We have a new moon coming up on December 23rd at 5:17 a.m. Eastern Time. This moon will be landing in the tropical sign of Capricorn, in Gene Key 10, and the sidereal sign of Sagittarius, in the Nakshatra of Mula, and in Gene Key 9. This Capricorn energy brings up themes of structure and discipline. It is ruled by Saturn, after all. And Saturn is all about those things, right? Saturn supports us in creating the foundations and creating the containers in order to learn our lessons, in order to have a solid platform for the things which we are building. And Capricorn is quite the industrious energy. It is the worker. It's also representative of the father archetype in astrology, where Cancer is more of the mother, right? So there is a disciplinarian, a bit of an authoritative energy that is found here. This new moon is asking us to be clearer on what we are planning for ourselves, be clearer on the details, and be clearer on the structures to which we want to build in order to really have a solid foundation for the things that we are trying to create. Gene Key 10 is a really beautiful gene key. I mean, all the gene keys are beautiful in their own right, but this one in particular, along with how it manifests in the human design framework, which in the human design framework, it is known as treading the behavior of the self. And in the gene keys, this is the shadow of self-obsession, the gift of naturalness, and the siddhi of being. And from the gene key and the human design perspective, I love how the two of the unique definitions and the unique expressions of this meld together. This being is about love for ourselves. And the natural energy comes from the mere state of being, the mere but also powerful moment of what is here now and the way that it naturally unfolds, right? And when you think about naturalness, you can't, what's the word I'm looking for? You can't create naturalness. It isn't something that's preconceived. It isn't something that's planned, or it isn't something that's performed, right? Naturalness just is. And in the human design framework, this energy of naturalness has to do with us loving ourselves and us loving all aspects of our behavior and us behaving as if we love ourselves and allowing the naturalness of our behavior to unfold from that place of self-love. And there's no expectation of how we should be, but it just is the unfolding of what is in this now moment, in every now moment. And there's a frequency, a beautiful essence of this love that resonates and emanates from this place of being. And bringing these themes together, when we think about what we're creating in our life, when we think about what we're creating within the structures and the foundations that we're building, our essence, who we are, the energy which we put into it, we're such a big part of that, right? The frequency that we hold is such a big part of that. So how can we bring more of our naturalness, more of the essence of this being, and the essence of the love of this being and the love for this being to whatever it is that we are doing, to whatever it is that we are partaking in? From a sidereal perspective, this moon is landing in sidereal Sagittarius in the Nakshatra. And Nakshatra is another word for the phrase a lunar mansion, which, by the way, I really, really love. Lunar mansion. And it's in the lunar mansion of Mula. And Mula in Sanskrit represents roots. It's a bundle of roots, but the word Mula means root. And this nakshatra is also connected to where the sun is conjunct right now, which is the galactic center. So the galactic center is exactly what it sounds like. It's the center of our Milky Way galaxy. And in the middle of the Milky Way galaxy is a supermassive black hole. And this is literally the place, the space from which our galaxy is birthed. So this nakshatra also has a representation of foundations, right? When you think about the roots of a tree, when you think about the roots ancestrally, where we came from, right? It's the place from which things arise from and come from. And this energy has an inclination to seek the truth and to discern, to find the truth. And in a similar token, it also has the ability to destroy and to dissolve, right? Sometimes that destructive process is a part of the creative process in order to make more room for the new, but also to transmute the energy into something else, right? The process of transmutation, it's something's changing into another form. Something's being destroyed while something else is being birthed. The gene key connected to this is gene key 9. And this one is about the details. I mentioned this as the tropical gene key in last month. And this one's all about the little things, the little steps that we can do, the most important things to focus on in order to build towards this greater thing that we are creating, right? This greater plan. And it's not so much focusing on the bigger plan, it's focusing on the details of what need to be focused on and taking one step at a time as we do it, as we're moving toward that which we are creating from what is here now, from focusing on what is here now. There are a few other powerful astrological things happening right now. As I mentioned a bit earlier, the galactic center, the sun is currently conjunct the galactic center, around 27 degrees or so Sagittarius. And this one is so powerful. We get to experience this once a year. And it's literally aligned with the center of our Milky Way galaxy, right? The center of the giant black hole that is absorbing all the light, right? But even within black holes, I remember reading this theory a couple years ago that within each black hole is actually a white hole, a funnel of light. And it's like, yeah, of course, the light goes somewhere, right? So we have the sun conjunct the galactic center. We also have Mercury soon going retrograde in a couple days. We have the last exact of the US Pluto return happening the day after Christmas. And what's funny about this one is that I intentionally chose not to go back to the United States last year because I didn't want to be there for the Pluto return, but I happened to be staying in a place this whole time where my Pluto IC is, so clearly a part of me wasn't trying to evade the Pluto energy. Maybe a part of me even wanted it because Pluto is also a catalyst for change and transformation. But that's all happening, and we're also going into the solstice portal. Summer or winter solstice, wherever you are in the world. For me, it's going to be summer solstice, which is a bit odd. I'm so used to having winter in December, but hey, when south of the equator, right? This is what you do. Thank you so much for tuning in to this Lunar Cycles Transit update. If you like this video, please be sure to hit the like button at the bottom and do subscribe so you can stay tuned to my upcoming updates. And starting January 5th, I'm going to be offering a 5-week group container through the School of Spirituality and Sensuality with a dear soul sister of mine, Kaylin Green. If you've been wanting to explore the gene keys and the human design framework and really understand how these codes relate to your unique algorithm, this is a great opportunity to do that. Or if you'd like to book a one-on-one human design or gene key reading with me, I'm going to leave both of those links down below and you can check all of the information out there. Wishing you a very prosperous, aligned, focused, and determined new moon, allowing you to have the space and the resources and the opportunities and the awareness in order to truly be able to manifest the dreams and create the foundations that you're wanting for whatever you're wanting your reality to look like. Sending you so much love, all the blessings. Take care and see you soon.